The human respiratory system plays a vital role in the process of breathing, which is essential for the exchange of gases, specifically oxygen and carbon dioxide, between the body and the external environment. This intricate system involves various structures and mechanisms that work together to facilitate the intake of oxygen and the removal of carbon dioxide. Let's explore the key components and functions of the human respiratory system in breathing. 1. Respiratory structures. Nose and nasal cavity. Air enters the respiratory system through the nose, where it is filtered, moistened, and warmed by the hairs and mucus lining the nasal cavity. Pharynx. The pharynx, or throat, is a muscular tube where the nasal and oral passages converge. It serves as a common pathway for air and food. Larynx. The larynx, or voice box, contains the vocal cords and is involved in speech production. It also plays a role in preventing food from entering the trachea during swallowing. Trachea. The trachea, or windpipe, is a flexible tube reinforced with cartilage rings. It extends from the larynx to the bronchi and provides a pathway for air to reach the lungs. Bronchi. The trachea branches into two bronchi, one leading to each lung. These bronchi further divide into smaller bronchioles within the lungs. Bronchioles. Bronchioles are smaller airways that branch out within the lungs and ultimately lead to microscopic structures called alveoli. Alveoli. Alveoli are tiny, air-filled sacs within the lungs where the actual gas exchange takes place. Oxygen from the air enters the bloodstream, and carbon dioxide from the bloodstream is expelled into the air. 2. Breathing mechanism. Inspiration. Inhalation. During inspiration, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, while the intercostal muscles between the ribs contract, lifting the ribcage. This increases the volume of the thoracic cavity, causing a decrease in air pressure. As a result, air flows into the lungs from the higher pressure external environment. Expiration. Exhalation. During expiration, the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, while the intercostal muscles relax, lowering the ribcage. This decreases the volume of the thoracic cavity, causing an increase in air pressure. As a result, air is expelled from the lungs to the lower pressure external environment. 3. Gas exchange. External respiration. This occurs in the lungs at the alveoli. Oxygen from the inhaled air diffuses across the thin alveolar walls into the bloodstream, binding to hemoglobin in red blood cells. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide from the blood diffuses into the alveoli to be exhaled. Internal respiration. This occurs in the body tissues. Oxygen is released from hemoglobin and diffuses into the cells, while carbon dioxide produced by cellular metabolism diffuses into the bloodstream to be transported back to the lungs. 4. Regulation of breathing. Chemoreceptors. Specialized sensors called chemoreceptors monitor the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood. When carbon dioxide levels rise, signaling increased acidity, lower pH, the respiratory rate increases to expel excess carbon dioxide and restore balance. Medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata, a part of the brainstem, is the respiratory control center. It regulates the rate and depth of breathing based on input from chemoreceptors and other factors. 5. Respiratory diseases. Asthma. Asthma is a chronic respiratory condition characterized by airway inflammation and constriction, leading to difficulty in breathing. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. COPD includes conditions such as chronic bronchitis and emphysema, causing persistent airflow limitation and difficulty exhaling. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs in one or both lungs, affecting the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Conclusion. The human respiratory system is a complex and highly efficient mechanism that ensures the continuous exchange of gases necessary for sustaining life. By providing the body with oxygen and removing carbon dioxide, the respiratory system plays a critical role in maintaining cellular function and overall well-being. Understanding the components and functions of the respiratory system is essential for appreciating its significance in the fundamental process of breathing.